Man, what did I just witness? What kind of piss-poor performance was that from Arsenal? And how did we walk away with the points? I have a mixture of emotions. On one hand, I'm happy that we can play that badly and walk away with the result. And on the other hand, I am so frustrated. I'm lost for words. Anyway, let's just get straight into this. I'm lost. Okay, anyway. For the starting 11, it's exactly the starting 11 I expected to see against Chelsea, bar Jorginho over Partey, which mind boggles me. Partey played in international duty. You would think he's fit enough to start, but obviously not. I don't think Raya starting takes anyone by surprise, especially with Ramsdale not being in the team for personal reasons. I believe his child was being born, so shout out to Ramsdale. The normal back four and then the Jorginho selection, again, I don't really understand it. I like Rice as an 8. I think Rice is a better 8 than he is a 6, even though I think he's a world-class number 6. And then the front three was exciting to see before the game. Jesus, Martinelli and Saka was our first time seeing them all start together in a Premier League game this season, so that was fun, or so I thought. To start the game, Chelsea found Sterling in behind Zinchenko within a minute. It was actually I think it was in 40 seconds, but within a minute. And after that, Zinchenko actually did quite well to defend the ball, but like the tail of the game, he had a very sloppy way of trying to get rid of the ball by trying to pass out. And luckily for us at the time, Enzo Fernandez blazed that shot over the bar, but that was basically a sign of things to come. Then I just wanted to speak quickly. That Cole Palmer challenge on Jesus, studs on Jesus' Achilles. I didn't see it in real time, but looking back at the replay, it's quite a nasty challenge. I don't know if it's a red card. I think it's an amber. But I can understand a yellow card, but I'm just saying it was a really dodgy challenge, and that on another day, that might have been a red card for Cole Palmer. But anyway, then Chelsea get a penalty after we had some more sloppy play. I think it's a tough one to give. Listen, I get that Saliba's hand is stretched out thinking it's NBA, but Mudryk headers it straight into his hand. In my personal opinion, if I'm being completely honest, I still give it a pen. It's just quite a harsh pen to give. And then Cole Palmer took the penalty. To be fair, he took it like a champ. They went 1-0 up and they deserved it. They were much hungrier than us. They were the better team to start. We just didn't look up to speed to start, and we paid the ultimate price for it. Very disappointing start to the game. After conceding the penalty, we did play with a little more urgency and better overall, but let's be honest, it wasn't to our standard. To be fair though, Chelsea were doing so well in that first half tactically, closing down the middle of the pitch, making it very hard for us to have any sort of build-up play that wasn't out wide. But then we just, after that, had some more below-par play from us. Chelsea get a good chance, and Cole Palmer was just inches away from making it 2-0 in the first half. After that, the rest of the first half, if we're being honest, was just really sloppy and lacking cutting edge from us. And Chelsea were doing what they had to do to stay up. I mean, all credit to Chelsea. They really did well in that first half. I wouldn't say they bullied us, but they really, humbled us, I'd say, in that first half. And I mean, to sum up our first half, it was dreadful. We get a free kick trying to be clever, and we give it to Declan Rice, who was well offside. Yeah, just a horrible first half. Not good enough. Too lax and sloppy with and without the ball. Probably, if I'm thinking about it now, off the top of my head, that's probably our worst first half performance of the season by far. Not even close. So just not good enough. Now, I expected us to start the second half off with a substitution, but I didn't know if I expected it to be for Zinchenko, for Tomiyasu. Look, Zinchenko was horrible, but yeah, I don't know. At the time, it took me by surprise. But then to start the second half, of course, none other than Mudryk scores. I was thinking the whole game, just don't let Mudryk score. I know he weirdly hit it, and it luckily went in after it was, let's be realistic, it was a cross. Reminds me of that Saka goal when we beat Chelsea. Was it 3-1 long time ago? But I mean, to be fair, I think the position from Raya is suspect. I don't know, maybe he was trying to come claim the cross, maybe. I don't know, I think it's quite bad positioning. And as much as I love Ben White, you guys know I love Ben White, very underrated. If you go look at that goal again, that Mudryk goal, that is some poor effort from him to track back on that goal. He kind of just jogged, if that's, horrible effort. To start the second half, that's not how you want to do it. Horrible time to concede. Yeah. Right after that, I'm sure, think about this, right? Arteta screams at the team for the half, right? Says not good enough, and we go out within 5 minutes, concede a goal to go 2-0 down away from home. Not what you want. It's not ideal at all. And then what? I don't want to swear, but what the fuck was that from Raya? Like, the mistake that luckily Palmer didn't capitalize on. To be fair, Raya did quite well in scampering and getting the ball away. Even if Palmer didn't intercept that horrible pass from Raya, that pass was not onto Rice. Rice was getting pressed from right behind him by Caicedo. What was Raya thinking? I know we got frustrated because we couldn't pass out from the back like we like to do. Just boot it if you can. Like, what are you forcing a pass to Declan Rice and putting all that pressure on Declan Rice for? And it didn't even get to him. You give it straight to Palmer, who's maybe 2 inches away from you. Come on, man. Horrible. Yeah, and we then brought on Smith Rowe in place of Jesus and Jorginho. Who else we brought? We brought on Smith Rowe, and it was Trossard? No, it wasn't Trossard. Smith Rowe and Nketiah, that was it. Smith Rowe and Nketiah came on for Jesus and Jorginho, meaning that obviously Rice would have been dropped into the DM role. But, at the time, it didn't really change much. Chelsea were just so much better than us, if we have to be honest, guys. Like, we couldn't get any clear chances whatsoever. But as soon as I'm thinking, you know what, it's over, I'm going to run to you guys, explain how upset I am with that performance. Sanchez thought he was playing for Arsenal. Sanchez put on his best David Raya impression and made a sloppy pass out from the back. Declan Rice, to be fair, capitalized beautifully, slotted it in that goal from well out. I know the goal's open, but to hit it first time, Declan Rice on that skiddy surface because it's so damp. Props to Declan. If he hadn't scored that goal, I think Chelsea would have walked away 2-0 victors, but he scored that goal, changed the game completely. Chelsea were rocked a little bit. Yeah, very important goal from Declan. We then brought on Trossard and Havertz for Martinelli and Odegaard. And just when you think it's over, just when you think, okay, look, that 2-1, it's okay, we've lost 2-1, we weren't good enough, it is what it is. Just when you think it's over, Saka whips in a beautiful ball and finds the super sub, Leandro Trossard, at the back stick to put it in and equalize to make it 2-2. I lost my flippin' mind when we did that. And then straight after that, as soon as I'm hyped up, I see we almost make it 3-2 and Eddie just put it wide. Just put it wide. Now let me turn things down and let's just talk about the overall game. I'm looking at it like this. We can perform badly and get a result away from home in difficult conditions against a team that, let's be honest, outplayed us for 90 minutes. Right? Maybe 80 minutes because we played well in the last 10. We can walk away with a draw. So how much do you think that's good? Well, my problem is that this is a team, and I know I said it'll be a tough game in my pre-match, but I still expected us to win. I still wanted us to win, and I think the Mudryk goal easily could have been avoided and we could be walking away 2-1 victors. The Cole Palmer penalty could have been avoided. Raheem Sterling ripped us up. He ripped us up. He ripped up Ben White when he went onto the left. He ripped up Zinchenko on the right. Like, he was ripping us up. And I think, honestly, as much as Cole Palmer's me one talked about, and Cole Palmer was elite for Chelsea, don't get it twisted, Sterling was the reason we don't walk away with the win today. Sterling was so good. What more can you ask from him if you're a Chelsea fan? You should be hyped. Sterling is back and Sterling is playing such good football for Chelsea. On to us though. We were piss poor. I know we walked away with 2-2 and we were thinking, oh, you know what, like, it's not that bad. It's bad. We performed badly. Had we put in a decent performance, as good as Chelsea were, I think Arsenal, if we had put in a 7 out of 10 performance, probably could walk away with the win. Probably. We were just not good enough. We let ourselves down. We were sloppy in chances. We weren't clinical on the ball. And I know I'm usually a positive guy, but for some reason this result just irks me, rubs me the wrong way. So not happy. How can we go put in an awesome performance and get a win against Manchester City, have 2 weeks off for a lot of our players, including Saka, and go into that performance where we narrowly escape with something? Absolutely unacceptable. I don't know, I'm raging. I think when I do my player ratings video tomorrow, I'll be more calm and I'll be more like myself and, more level-headed. But right now I'm fuming, absolutely fuming. But anyway, let me know how you guys think of the game. What do you guys think the game was like? Who was our best player? Who was our worst player? Why didn't Arteta start Partey? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.